I want to thank you for joining us again today. We've got a real treat today. This is something very special, especially if you've ever owned a BMW or you admire BMWs. This one's really, really special. This is a 1962 BMW 700 Sport. And is that correct?
Yes.
I got it all right. Okay.
Sport Coupe.
Sport Coupe. I'm sorry. Yeah. What a great car. And this is something really to examine and to look at. And the owner's here with us. And one of the things you're going to find out that this is one of the few BMWs where the motor is not in the front, it's in the back of the car. But back in 1962, this was a pretty cool car. And actually, if you look at it today, it's still a really cool car. So the owner's here. Can you tell us a little bit about the car and your ownership of it?
Well, I've owned it since 2016.
Okay.
And bought it from a fellow who's kind of a collector in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and he's become a really close friend. But he had the same interest that I did. He had been exposed to these cars when he was a youngster, and he always wanted one, so we got one. And we actually had some neighbors in Florida who had two of them. And I always thought, well, that was a pretty interesting looking car, and that's before I knew much about them. But we've always been BMW folks, really, in all of our adult life. So this was just one of the cars that we wanted to have, and we finally got a nice one, and I really have enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. It's real small. It's not real fast because it doesn't have a big engine, but as far as handling and braking and everything, it'll stay with almost anybody. So that's just kind of a little story, but we'd seen the car. I guess what really puts me over the edge was going to Goodwood back in, say, 2014, I think it was, and to the revival there, and they had a car, a coupe just like this Sport Coupe, and it was fixed up as a race car, and it was really unbelievably fast against all these Jaguars and things, and it led the race for a few moments anyway, and so it was kind of like, I gotta have this. I gotta have this. So I went really full court press to find one, and this one popped up. He didn't advertise it when I got it, and I just ended up cold calling him, and we started chatting, and so we went down and picked it up in 2016.
Where was the car located?
In Palm Beach Gardens.
Okay,
Florida.
that's right.
Yep.
You said that.
Yep.
Well, that's so it was a Florida car, as far as you know, before it came down. Now it's up in the Carolinas, up in North Carolina.
Well, actually, Bruce, it's a little bit of a story because we got the original papers on the car, and it was originally sold in Tennessee.
Really?
Eastern Tennessee.
Huh.
And so it's kind of gone full circle from going from there and spent a little time in New York and then down in Florida and now back up to North Carolina. So we're only a little short distance from where it originally sold.
You're right. We're just about an hour away from Tennessee, up in the mountains up here. Well, it's a great looking car, and I like the color, of course, being a Sport and being that it's red and has the white roof on it. And just taking a quick look around, I'm noticing that there's lots of little touches that the average person might not notice. And I'm looking down at these beautiful wheels, and those look like the right period and everything as far as the wheels. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, those are 13-inch wheels, and they originally were for the early 2002 BMWs.
Okay.
And then we discovered, of course, they would fit here, and because the original car has 12-inch on it.
Wow.
And that's fine, but it's a little bit difficult to find decent tires for
Sure.
that size. So we got factory wheels. These were ordered from BMW.
Okay.
And we got the Michelin XAS tires, which are the ones that would been in period for this car.
Well, these look like they're spanking new because they still have the little nib sticking out of them on there.
Yeah, we got those just recently again, and that's just to maintain the feel and the true equipment that the car would have come with.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you what, it's a beautiful car. I noticed this is pretty neat. I remember seeing these on some of these really expensive sports cars back in the early '60s.
Yeah, that would not be in stock, but it's a Talbot Berlina, a mirror that I had, and I'm kind of saving it for a special occasion.
That's great.
And so I found it on that spot.
I'm going to push the button here. This is a unique too, in how the door, you push the button here and then it presents itself so you can open it. And now this is a, is it a 4-speed manual?
Yes, 4-speed.
Okay.
It is.
And looking through here, I noticed you've got this beautiful wooden racing style steering wheel on here.
Yeah, kind of period correct, we hope.
Mm-hmm.
And that was from a BMW outfit in California. And we some of the interior really is the original, which is pretty.
Well, I was
surprising.
looking at like the doors.
Yeah.
These are all original, right?
Yeah, the door cards and,
Yep.
and the rear cards, so to speak.
Okay.
And some of the bolsters.